I'm going to teach you how to do the Tunisian simple stitch. This stitch is used to start every Tunisian crochet project. So with Tunisian crochet, you have multiple active loops, and so sometimes you'll need a larger hook. I am just going to use a smaller one since I will be only doing a small square today. For this tutorial, I'm going to assume that you already know the basics of crochet. So to start out Tunisian crochet, you'll need a slip knot and then a foundation chain. So to start, we're going to be inserting our hook into the back loop of our chain. This will just give us a nice edge for this square. So insert your hook into that back bump of the chain, and you're going to yarn over and pull up a loop. This counts as 2 Tunisian simple stitches. You're then going to just continue doing that across, leaving those loops on your hook. Okay, so now we're at the very end of the chain and we should have all of these active loops on your hook. So now we're going to do a return pass. To do a return pass, you're first going to yarn over and pull through the first loop, and then you're going to yarn over and pull through 2 all the way down until you have 1 loop left on your hook. Okay, now that we have 1 loop left on our hook, you should see a ton of vertical bars that we just made. Each vertical bar is a Tunisian simple stitch, and we can count those across. Let's go ahead and count them together. So that very first one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and that last one counts as the 10th. So for the next row, to make another Tunisian simple stitch row, you're going to insert your hook underneath the vertical bars. So you're going to insert your hook and then yarn over and pull up a loop. And that counts as the second Tunisian simple stitch. And you're just going to continue doing that across underneath each vertical bar until you meet the last stitch. So the last Tunisian stitch, you're going to insert underneath where you're going to have 2 loops on your hook. This is just going to keep a clean finish at the end of your square. So when you insert your hook, you should have 2 loops at the end. And then you're just going to yarn over and pull through like normal. And then we're going to return pass like we did before, yarn over, pull through the first, and then yarn over, pull through 2 across until we have 1 loop left on our hook. And there you have it. That is how you do Tunisian simple stitches. Now I'm going to just do a couple more so it looks like it actually looks like something, and then I will show you how to slip stitch and single crochet across the top just so it has a clean finish. Okay, I did 1 more, so now it looks a little bit more like what it should. So you should see all those vertical bars, they're just going to be on top of one another, and that is the Tunisian simple stitch. So now I will show you how to make a nice clean finish at the top so you don't have those spaces, and also will make it easier if you want to sew or do something later with your work. So first I'll show you how to slip stitch across the top of it. You're first going to insert your hook underneath the vertical bar like you're going to be doing another simple stitch row, but instead of just pulling up the loop and leaving it there, you're going to pull that loop through the loop on your hook, and it's going to create a nice stitch for you. So insert your hook underneath the vertical bar and then pull through your loop, and continue doing that across, going into every single Tunisian simple stitch vertical bar. So now you can see that it just leaves a really nice top row to your square. So instead of slip stitching, there's another way you can do it where you can add a row of single crochets instead. So just like the slip stitch, you're going to insert your hook underneath the vertical bar and then yarn over, pull up a loop. But instead of slip stitching, you're just going to yarn over and pull through 2 like a normal single crochet. And you're going to do the same across. This is just a little bit different look. There's a couple different Tunisian stitches that a single crochet row instead of a slip stitch row looks better with, but either way I think looks really great. But that is how you do the Tunisian simple stitch and also how you finish off the Tunisian simple stitch. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you tune in to other tutorials in the future.